maybe like 10 seconds. Let's see. Let me just double check on my channel. Fresh.
Yeah, let me just send it out.
Yeah, if you want to. Cool, we're live. All right, what's going on, everybody? We're here with Koms from Cubs on Cardano. How's it going, man?
Pretty good, tired, restless, but as a founder, the grind doesn't stop, so we're here.
Yeah, I feel that. Normally we have iCleanup, and I think I told you that we would have him, but he got called into work day before Thanksgiving. I guess a lot of stuff's going on, so it's just going to be me and you. And happy Thanksgiving, early Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hopefully everyone has a good holiday this year.
Yeah, hopefully there's some nice Black Friday deals if anybody's still looking at those, but we're going to jump right into it, I think. I know we're like a minute or two late. We had some audio issues, but how's it going, Devo? How's it going, Pants? How's it going, Proxies? What's going on, everybody? So for people who don't know about Cubs on Cardano, what's like a quick summary to get them into the project?
Quick summary, I would say, is it's a cute project. It's a project that we hope resonates with everyone, and we hope it's not just an NFT project. We hope it's actually a brand that people could actually be happy with when it comes to having, in their wallet, and hopefully maybe in their, I guess you can say, house or whatever they want to put a plush doll or a stuffed animal.
Gotcha. So they're going to be like plushy NFTs in a sense.
Yes, that's actually one of the things in our roadmap that we're going to be doing.
Cool. Do you have a roadmap I could kind of put up on stream?
Uh, no, honestly, we're actually kind of working on everything together because we're actually going to be announcing soon what we're going to be doing for our mint, what we're going to be doing with other facets of what we have. Just a little background too is I also run an art studio that's based on Solana. Uh,
Oh,
the
okay.
yeah, the core concept for the Cub was actually me, and what we did is we actually had the art studio in tandem with me help with the traits and help with pretty much all the graphics and stuff that you've seen so far. So shout out the whole team at Astora. We've really done so well, and I'm happy about it.
Hell yeah, man. So you were a part of Solana projects beforehand, or is Cardano your first project?
So I actually help out with Astora. I don't know if you remember, but they were actually about to launch on Cardano. I think earlier this year.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, not earlier this year. I think it was late last year. It's wow, the 10 years been a year. It's time moves fast. But so I actually came on board to pretty much be an advisor because I actually knew the Cardano landscape before. I had a chilled Kong on Mint, and I actually flipped them, and I was kind of hanging around Cardano because the Cardano community, they're the most genuine community around. I don't care what anybody says. Like, even though sometimes the pull numbers can be a little sketchy, at the end of the day, they're there and they're loud and they're just insane people. And so I always been tapped into Cardano. And when I came aboard, uh, we were literally just focused on, making a project in Cardano, adding some gamification, and uh, pretty much focusing on the art studio. And what I did is I said, guys, if you want to be successful in the long term, we can't be dropping on Cardano. We have to care about our holder value on Solana. I get it. We want to expand our user base, but we haven't even really started the art studio yet. So what I did is I essentially said, yo, we're gonna pull back. We're gonna focus on our art studio. We're gonna get everything rolling, everything perfect, streamlined, and that's exactly what we did. Set up an ambassador program with them. You see a lot of influencers like Dup, Cersei, Clouds. You're probably not familiar with them from Solana, but we do all their GM posts, GN posts, any promotionals they need. We've been using them as ambassadors, and we've also just kind of set up a network to make it successful for our art studio because people don't realize when it's an art studio, you can't just put out an advertisement and people remember you a month from them. You always got to be in their face because when that thought comes, they're rushing to get art done. So we tried to make it as streamlined as possible to get those clients.
Yeah, no, that's cool that marketing is also one of those big things on your mind, because I think a lot of projects are just like, oh, I'll just create something really cool, and then they're like, people will see it. But a lot of the times people create cool stuff that's never seen. And so you're right, you do kind of need to like constantly throw the GMs or whatever it is in people's face to remind them like, hey, we're still here, we're doing this.
Yeah, 100%. We're tagged in every one of their posts when one of the ambassadors posts it, and My thing about it is, marketing is such a big thing, especially in NFTs. People, I think, especially in Cardano, want to think of it as a financial system, and I think it's a very social economic system. And I think the first start to a good project is putting the pieces together for just a good marketing team on a rollout. So that's exactly what I did.
So what's like a good marketing pitch or strategy rather for Cubs on Cardano? And I was also thinking about like the amount of NFTs that you would create. Is that going into your mind? Like if we create too many, then that's a bad marketing ploy or strategy. And then if we create too little, then that's like maybe thinking we don't have enough faith that we'll sell out. Is that sort of going into any of your thought process?
So I don't think we're gonna have an issue selling out. I think people love the IP. We actually took an initiative. We have a collab manager that's focusing on Solana. We have a collab manager that's focusing on Ethereum. I have been seeing people with Mad Lads, with Dead King Society, a big one of one group that have joined on Solana. Some lilies. We also have some ETH collabs coming out, and my collab manager has been saying the responses have been good. I'm expecting more of an outcome from the ETH side, to be honest. And that's kind of just what we've been doing as an initiative to sell out. I'm trying to think what else I could really say. I had something else to say, but I kind of lost it.
All good. I'm sure some sort of conversation later will spark it up again.
Yeah, no, this is my first video interview for this, so this is like,
Oh, awesome, man.
yeah,
All good, man. No pressure. Low viewership at the moment, but we actually have 6 people here, which is pretty cool. It's kind of been, on and off. We'll have like random weeks when the ETF stuff is popping off, and then we'll kind of die down again when nothing's going on. So, but yeah, we always have a few people in here. Voodoo, shout outs to you, and Proxies, shout outs one again. But going into the project a little bit, will there be multiple NFTs, or is it going to be kind of like this is the main collection and that's going to be it? Or will there kind of be projects that branch off?
yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So we're dead set on doing 4,444. To me, I think that a lot of projects in Cardano especially got away with just minting out more assets and making that their roadmap. And to me, I think that is the old way to do things, especially Cardano. I think for me, what I'm going to focus on is just IP expansion. That's what we do at Astora. That's been our bread and butter, just flexible at IP. We've done it with Utes. We've done it with D-Gods. We've done full bodies. We've done, different styles of the character where they're in certain positions. We've done ones with like full guitars, full bodies, animations, doing the salute, doing the high for content creators. And I think just kind of expanding upon it and having one asset just have multiple PFPs or multiple things in it to add value instead of just saying, hey, you have to buy this. And then it just dilutes everything and it just affects the old holders. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to dilute. I want to keep it 4,444. Right now, we have enough funds to where we could say we have the first roadmap plus more to experiment. And if we do ever need more funds, we're just going to IP expand.
Gotcha. So no like pass NFT, no, like staking NFT, none of those. It's all going to be from the 4,444 collection.
Yeah, 100%. The only way we would ever go above our threshold of 4,444 would be if the demand was really there. If we really hit the peak of, let's say a floor price of like 5,000 to 10,000 ADA, then we're going to think about it because we're going to be like, okay, more people want to be involved in the community. There's a whale issue. There's something we have to do, and we're going to expand. But as the time being, as we're just establishing and just trying to make a successful project, we're not going to detriment the holders to dilution because that might be good for me but it's not good for everyone, and I think that's one thing I have to take into account for everybody.
Right. And I've been thinking too, now that the price of Cardano has gone up about 55% roughly in the past month, are we going to start to see some mints come down in price?
uh to be honest, I think mints do have to come down in price. I mean, for me, you know I would love to, 308 a mint, but at the same time, people like, for me, I'm also a trader. I'm not just a long-term investor and I'm not buying for just utility. So I think that people do have to be realistic with price discovery and have to realize that they do have to lower their prices to make it possible people have those flips and be happy, because if you just mint something and everyone's in the red, you're not going to have good holder sentiment. And I think
Right.
that more people have to take into that consideration after a mint.
So do you have an idea of where you would like to mint now? And is the mint anytime soon, or is that a bit in the future?
Yeah, it's going to be very soon. Put your notifications on if you haven't already. But yeah, we did solidify our mint. We did make a post. It's going to be between 75 and 85 ADA, depending on which role you have in the Discord.
Nice. And there's going to be a bunch of different characteristics or anything? Are there going to be classes or any sort of, like staking rewards for better or worse NFTs?
We don't want to do staking rewards just yet. So everything about our first roadmap is essentially just the solidification of what our foundation is. Once we prove to people that we do have a brand, we do have the supply, we can sell product, and not just in the Web3 space, but in the Web2 space. It's all automated and everything is good to go. And when our raid side is working and people are getting raided and using our platform, then we can start to experiment with more things on the roadmap. But for right now, everything is just to be cost effective and just show people that we could do things in a manner that people could trust to maybe potentially give more ADA if it comes down to us asking for it.
Gotcha. So rating is the main utility of the NFT, correct?
Yes, and it should be done, I would say, a month to 2 months after mint.
Okay. So there's already development being worked on that right now.
Yeah, so what I believe in, and we see this on a lot of the chains, is people coming together to pretty much help collaborate and pretty much help uplift creators. Because if you just monopolize, and let's say you're top dog, the bar is you. You can't go any higher. If everyone's uplifted, you get uplifted as well. So I want to keep that mentality, and that's exactly what I'm bringing to Cardano. We do have partners in Solana that actually helped with our rating platform. We're essentially going to be purchasing and pretty much reworking theirs to Cardano. It's been live for a year and it's coming at a great cost. And we're going to show all cost to holders to show that you could partner and do things at a much better cost effective level.
That's cool. I think, do you know Mallard Order?
Yes, I know Mallard Order.
Yeah, they were supposed to be doing raids similar with X or Twitter as well, and they ran into, I believe it was API issues like a year ago or something like that. And the way that they had to do it was either like find a workaround or pay something like $5,000 or $10,000 a month to get access to it. How are you guys doing that? I'm not like a dev, so I might not be able to like go back and forth with you, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, so the platform, my one friend's actually one of the people that runs the project that we're getting it from, and they set it up. They reworked everything in the back end to make it work, and it's efficient. There is always going to be upkeep that's going to be needed to be done, especially with Twitter trying to, ban people using their API or workarounds. But it's going to keep developing, and we're going to keep getting the updates from that team. So
Cool.
yeah, and it's been live for a year right after the API issue showed up, about a week after they fixed it. So I'm confident that, everything is going to be smooth on that side.
Cool. And will you have to own an NFT to use the rating?
Right now we're kind of in a crossroad of, do we let just holders use it, or do we let everyone use it and our holders get more perks and benefits, whether it be more ADA for rating or whether it be cheaper for raids. We're kind of trying to see what we can do about it, but my thing about it is, like I said before, partnership and collaborations. At the end of the day, I do want Cubs to also help out other projects as well, and other people that want to grow, content creators included. So
Yeah.
I just want, yeah, exactly. Everyone, does need it in the ecosystem. If I just gatekeep it to Cubs, it might benefit me, but it doesn't benefit, me to the fullest if not everyone's able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, I know games kind of typically do that. They want the NFT to be like a bonus, but they want everybody to be able to play it because let's be real, if there's only 4,000 or 5,000 NFTs, then the game's not going to be very successful if you have to have only 5,000 people able to play at once. And I think that might be a good idea to scale out in other things as well, such as rating. I'm not sure, but it seems like it would be a pretty good model.
Yeah, exactly. And we do have pretty much, once we have it finalized and it's ready, we are going to be adding more features to it. We actually brought on a business advisor. He actually runs another rating platform on Solana, and he's essentially helping me essentially establish it for growth on Cardano. And we have had ideas and just talks of how we could pretty much make it successful and better. And we are going to implement those things to make it not just a rating platform, but have other features to make it for people to get the best engagement possible.
So the rating platform that you have on Solana, is that already generating income?
Yes, it's generating
Okay.
income.
And that's where you're getting the money to hire these other people to continue development and business and stuff like that?
Yes, we actually do have a full-time dev that's going to be in Cubs. I don't know if you know Freddie, he's an OG in the space, but he's going to be our full-time dev and our go-to to help integrate our products.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's see what else we have. Will you, I think I said, will you offer your utility as a platform for other NFTs? Oh, yeah. So like, will other NFTs maybe get the same utility as the Cubs on Cardano NFT?
I don't think perks wise, but I do think the ability to use it because we do need projects in Cardano. When we have lack of products, we do have lack of conversations about the Cardano NFT ecosystem. And I think we do need to have more excitement and more just, cash flow all around. When we do have lack of cash flow, it does affect everyone. It not only, the project that wants to mint, but also the projects that are here. Because if people aren't making those flips for, let's say, 50, 100 ADA, it doesn't go back to the projects they're originally from or believe in. So, my thing about it is just making cash flow for the whole ecosystem as well.
Right. I kind of like the ape society model, right? Where you can stake other NFTs, but you earn less society than the apes. But then you also don't get the utility of like building if you're a merchant or, stealing if you're a military officer or whatever. So I kind of like that where it's like they have their own utility, but then they also onboard other NFTs to get some of the utility through staking and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's multiple facets we're looking at taking to pretty much help other projects and, just be a collaborator in the ecosystem. The whole concept of Cubs is being cute, friendly, and also just kind of being a disruptor in the space, I guess you can say. It's all about just trying our best, and just trying to make something that not only is about us, but is about everyone else. So we can be potentially that top 5 project in Cardano.
Yeah. What other kind of utilities are you trying to build on top of either the platform or after rating?
I don't want to go much into it, but we do have, yeah, we do have other systems we are in conversations with that I don't want to announce just yet. And we also do want to, you know, I don't really want to talk too much about it, but we do have a store of studios that we are going to be pretty much bridging over as pretty much a go-to. So with, with the rating platform and engagement, we could also offer art services that, we do want other projects to use if they want to get out like a news piece, whether they want to expand their IP, or even if people just want to push out a project. We want to be there for them to also get revenue from that for our holders.
Gotcha. So when you say help them with art, like you have artists in your kind of like group that you can, like sell out, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Astora isn't really a direct partner, but is a partner. And so we do have 7 artists on staff, 1 animator and 2 video editors, and we do plan to utilize them in the Cardano space. And this is just a start to that.
Nice. Will the Cubs get any animation or anything like that?
Yeah, they're going to get a lot. When it
Cool.
comes to IP, there is a lot to do. We already started full body concepts. We do want to start other concepts as well to pretty much just help expand and help with content on other platforms. My thing about it is, we're going to have to take a TikTok and Instagram Reel approach when it comes to trying to get Web2 audience for the plush dolls. So there is going to be a lot of content and a lot of expansion we're going to have to do.
No, that's going to be cool too, because during the bull market, people like the social media for crypto goes stupid during the bull market. So that's definitely going to be a good idea. Get them on TikTok, get them on Instagram, maybe do some YouTube shorts or something. Now, when there's going to be generation, I'm assuming that means there's no AI art, right?
Yeah, no AR. Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about AI art?
Uh, I mean, my thing about it is just the AI thing is a little scary. You could just plot me in a picture in like, let's say like in China right now and be like, oh, founders going partying in China. Like, AI to me is scary on the art aspects. For me as a creator, I've been an artist. I've been a graphic designer since middle school. I was actually doing the banners and all the stuff for Call of Duty trick shotters and stuff like that.
Hey.
I was heavily in the scene back in the day, and so for me, like art is always something that needs talent. But when it comes to being efficient, I do think there is use cases for it. But overall, from a creative standpoint, I think it can be detrimental for me as an artist.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. And also, I like that the artists have their own touch on it. With AI art, it's just like, well, I'm just going to do the numbers, like I'm just going to make it something look cool. And then at the same time, you can kind of mass produce a bunch of art and just, I don't know, wash away the traditional artists, which kind of has me nervous. That they took our jobs kind of a approach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about it is, like, I mean, I do love AI art. You look at like Manga that just popped off on as a DJ mint on Cardano. I was looking, I'm like, wow, this is great. I would rock one, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna rock one just because, there is no talent to it. I could just go to the generator, generate one myself, and why would I pay for that price?
Right. It takes away the sentimental feeling. It's like I don't have this cool piece of art because, so and so created it and I now have this like one of one piece that nobody else can have. It's like you could type in the same parameters and potentially get, the same piece of art that I have. So, I don't know, I feel like it takes away the uniqueness and the genuine part of art out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's, and that's one thing that like NFTs, you're always going to see is you're always going to see, love and appreciation for artists. When it comes to projects, it's art that sells first, then it's community, then it's utility. And I strongly believe that in any project.
Yeah. I mean, if you do make crazy utility and it's really, something brand new and you're an innovator out of nowhere, then maybe I could see you're saving some money. So you just make some art that can be attached to it. But even then, I'd prefer it be a regular artist, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then I want to ask too, I mean, crypto's kind of going, it's having a bullish moment and it's been a while. Is that playing into your decision to create the project now at all?
To be honest, I just kind of said like I was actually originally going to start a project. It was going to be called ADOS. ADO means authentic and finish. I was going to
Okay.
make, yeah, we've been working on the art for forever, multiple concepts, and we just said it's not working. And the whole concept of ADOS was actually going to be a brand studio. Me being a graphic designer, branding, and all that kind of stuff. That's my strong suit. And so I was originally going to do that and have multiple brands, multiple facets of it. And what ended up happening is I, made Cubs and I've been sitting on it for a while. I wanted to sell the art. And then I just sat there and I'm just like, I kind of like the art. I was getting, feedback from everyone and people actually loved it. And they said that, this is something on Cardano. It could be the cutest project on Cardano. So I sat there and I'm like, okay, I could do something for people right now. I could do something that, people could, look forward to as the next generation of NFTs on in this ecosystem and try to drive a new standard. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna pull the trigger. We have something great. We have the talent behind us. Why don't we just send it and just make something awesome for everyone and just make it to where everyone has something to do, something to talk about, and something to be involved in that is just totally different.
Yeah. And I mean, if crypto does get the ETF pass and everything starts going crazy, and then you just launched your project like right before the extreme hype, you could kind of be getting in at the best time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's multiple things to think about when it comes to like what's the price. I mean, personally for me, I'm gonna have my TA person just tell me when to stable out, when not to stable out, and try to make sure the treasury isn't intact. I mean, I think that's one of the things that, was really detrimental to a lot of projects. I mean, you even saw DGOTS just going crazy just because they lost all that treasury funds just because of FTX. But then you
Yeah.
have projects like OK Bears and what was that other one? But they literally had $3 million. They stabled out at like 80, $90. And it literally was the lifesaver for them. So I'm gonna make sure that, at any cost possible, we're gonna make sure the treasury stays intact and at the number we want it to stay at.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of people were, they were talking about doing that, but I don't know how many projects actually did that. All the projects that minted at like $1.30, $1.50. Oh, like I can't imagine. Like, I mean, they're not in good shape, right? You think about all the projects that minted, then where are they? I mean, we
Yeah,
have a
exactly.
few, maybe Clay. I mean, I think Apes minted at like $1.20, maybe $1, somewhere around there. I don't think we have many projects left that minted above $1.
Yeah, exactly. And you've seen the effects. I mean, apes, you had the few mints from it, which I would guess was probably the reason behind because of the ADA drop. I mean, you even had I know Goofs, shout out Goofs. I'm excited for that mint as well. But you know, when they talk about Veggie they say, yeah, we had this amount of money during the bull, but we didn't stable, and this is where we're at now. And it was just a hard hit for them. And you know, people don't want to accept the reality that like you know we're all experimenting in this space. You know, I'm 26, I'm experimenting as well. You know, and I think that we do have to realize that you know projects have been hit, and we're just all trying to survive here at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's at a good point right now. I want to say it's like an average in a way. Definitely not an average price of Cardano, but it kind of can go a little bit lower and it could kind of go a little bit higher, but I don't see it breaking out yet unless there's some crazy news. But yeah, I don't know. If you minted a project right now and then Cardano skyrockets, I've been having this debate in my head. Do NFTs also go up in price as Cardano goes up in price, or will it kind of retain, a similar price?
I think there's a lot that goes into that question, and I think a lot of it is what are the projects doing now? I think a lot of people are just waiting to offload bags and either get out of ecosystem or try to go into some new. But I do think it's all about what is the health of the ecosystem. And I think right now we're kind of at a point where people don't see it being as healthy. And I think people do want to kind of get out. And that's why I kind of do am strongly emphasizing we do need more projects in Cardano, whether you love it or hate it, you know, new mints. You know, there is the fact that new creators are going to have to come in. They're going to be experimenting. They're going to be trying new things, and we're either going to have to support them and their good ideas, or you know, or just say it's not a good idea and pretty much take that risk to try to better the ecosystem.
Yeah, when like stocks go up, because I watch stocks a lot too, you kind of get these moments of extreme overbought or oversold, and then you have people that are going to hedge pretty strongly, based on wherever direction it is, and you need those people to kind of get shooken out before the next leg down or the next leg up can happen. And I feel like that's where we're at. Only we haven't pushed past it yet with NFTs. Like, we have the people who have lost or are losing, and they're trying so hard to just wait for a little bump up to sell out, and then it's going to push us right back down. But once all of those people get shaken out, then I feel like we have the opportunity to go even higher.
Yeah, exactly. I think for me, the one biggest concern when it comes to NFTs right now is the midnight airdrop.
Mm,
Even though if you only have like 1,000 ADA, you're not going to get that much. But people are just psychologically going to say airdrop, you know, and automatically think we're going to get a lot of money. I mean, I just got the Pith airdrop on Sol, and I just made $700 just
nice.
from an airdrop. So you
Hell
know
yeah.
the when people hear like Bonk and like you know ETH airdrops, you know, I think people are going to be like, can this happen on Cardano? Can Midnight actually give people you know liquidity? And I think a lot of people are going to start getting ready for that when the airdrop actually does get announced.
Do you think people just dump as soon as they get it?
Oh yes, yes. I mean,
Right.
you see, yeah, you see it. I mean, to be honest, it's free money, and I think a lot of people are just going to stable out just because it's just, you know, if you have, you know, let's say $100 free money, you're just going to take it, you know. And I think
Right.
you kind of you see that across the board. I mean, JPG was just another great example where everyone was just dumping, whether it be you know $5 to $100, people just automatically just sell, sell, sell.
Right. I would say with midnight though, there might be a good rebound or like time to buy a bottom. I don't know about JPEG though. I don't know if it'll ever recover. I think it was similar to AMC when they got those other AMC shares, like the fake shares or whatever. People just dumped them. They never recovered. I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly. I do think Midnight recovers. I do think there's a lot of use cases with Midnight, and I think a lot of people are going to be bullish on it, but I don't think people are really going to be buying it straight out the gate.
Yeah, probably not. It's similar to like an IPO, ICO, or whatever. You'd never really want to buy. Well, some ICOs you definitely want to buy as soon as you can, but IPOs definitely, for stocks, they almost always have like a decent month coming out the gate and then horrible like year. right, to 2 years before they can kind of figure out their balance sheets and all that stuff. So yeah. Let me look at the rest of the questions. Are you big into any other coins on Cardano?
Ooh, I mean, SNEC, 100%. You know, you have to. For me, in Cardano, I like to sit a little sidelines. You know, I'm looking for big creators to come in and have potential. I mean, for me, or another 100%. I have Mongrels. That's another one. But those two are pretty much my biggest ones so far, and I am looking at getting some inmates too. I think inmates go pretty hard, and
I'm so upset that I sold my inmate. I had a
yeah,
really rare inmate and I sold him a while back, and I'm just disappointed.
yeah. I mean, the thing about it with projects, when you're making a project, you see who's loud and who's not loud. I do a lot of spaces, and you don't see a lot of projects loud in spaces. But when you go to Discord and you're talking to people, they hammer, like literally, like hammer you, like when whitelist, and you start to realize which ones are actually pretty much the loud ones in the ecosystem. And I have to shout out the mob, shout out inmates for those, because those two have been one of the loudest ones for Cubs.
Yeah, there was just shout outs to Ada Dolphin. There was it was a X post or poll, and it was between House of Titans, inmates, and somebody else. But House of Titans was like winning at one point, and then out of nowhere, everybody from inmates just showed up, and I think inmates won with like 44% of the vote. I was like, Jesus, inmates came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Yeah, even the founder, he's an awesome guy. I actually did an AMA with them, and they do roll deep. So I just have to show my appreciation for them.
Yeah, I remember too when they were minting, they had their founders and some of their other employees or whatever that were working with them, and they were all in the voice chat, and they're just like, I bought this one, I'm showing you this one. And so like they were buying and scooping and pumping like their own project legitimately with their own money, which I think is pretty cool. Because a lot of the times what I've seen people do is they'll be like, oh, you're a mod and you're working for me, I can't really pay you, so here's a few NFTs, right? And so the mod wants to make his time worth it, so he'll dump the NFTs so that he can make some money, right? Because he just spent all those months or whatever grinding for him. So this is a much better community, in my opinion, where they not only love the project, but they like it so much that they're going to put more money into it.
I mean, that's what you need. You need a team that believes in you, believes in everything about the project, the art, everything. So, I do think it's good to have a team like that. And I think the team I have around, even the people in my core community, I do think that, they're going to support and they're going to be trade sniping. I mean, I have gotten feedback for the art from a few people that have been close to me. And I do think a lot of people are excited for the traits that we do have.
Can you show any of the art?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll just show you ones that's coming out the generator. Give me 1 second.
Cool. No problem.
Just got to grab the iPad.
All good. If you have them on your computer too, you can hit present on the bottom middle and then share your screen.
I'm not the most well prepared. I wish I was.
No, you're good.
But
oh, that actually comes out good on your camera.
Shout out inmates. We actually added a jail one for them.
I had one of those jackets too. I didn't have the golden one. I had the silver one though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wizard.
One of my favorite. Yeah, one of my favorites is the hard eyes for some reason. I just love it.
Yo, shout out to Naruto. The rainbow tears.
Yeah,
let me
show you. Yeah, let me show you one of my. Where's one of my favorite ones so far? I love the fishbowl one. I don't think I'm gonna show that one yet, but hold on. Where is?
So you have a date that you're gonna mint these too, right? I know you said it earlier. I think. I just wanted to like re-say it for everybody who maybe missed it.
So I didn't say the date yet. We are gonna mint soon, and the date will be coming out either later today or I think tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the date we're gonna announce it. But yeah, not just yet.
Leaks.
Oh, I hate pants. Yeah, leaks. Yeah, but we do have the date coming up, and we are going to announce it soon. We just don't want to do it like, just now. We want to make sure that we actually like present it in a great way. If you saw our Twitter page, everything comes with a graphic or design. So we want to just keep it going, because I think that's what we do best. So we just want to keep that same energy.
Gotcha. Yeah, you'll definitely have to send me over because I did not put the Twitter or anything in the bio or in the description, but I'll do that after this. So anybody interested that wants to go check it out, you can go into the description and find their Twitter and all that. What's going on, Liam? What's going on, Greed? Long time no see, homie. You here to FUD my bag some more, Greed? But is there anything that we missed about the project that you wanted to cover that maybe I didn't ask? Anything like that?
Yeah, I would say with the announcement of our mint day, there's going to be more information about our minting. We just see straight up mints in Cardano where people are just buy and then you get the asset. We want to make it to where people actually have fun after it, like you said about the trade sniping and everything like that. We are going to have something for people who want to trade snipe and also just kind of have fun while doing it. So I will say watch out for that. And if you do want a pretty much I guess you can say wow, I'm drawing a blank. But if you just want to know like what we're doing and kind of guess, look at our last Twitter post. You'll see, the whole, I guess you can say, slot machine or machine in general, and that kind of give you a glimpse. So that's kind of one thing I just want people to kind of look at and kind of guess and speculate what we're gonna do.
Let's see. I'm gonna share the Twitter page real quick. We're gonna go look at it, see if we can guess together. All right, cool. I got it up. So this one, which is this one?
Yeah.
Bring a new minting experience on Cardano. 4,444 cubs soon to be minted. Once or twice? Question mark with some eyes. Minting. Ooh. Does that? Okay. I'm speculating here. You can tell me if I'm way off or you can tell me nothing, whatever you want to do. But once or twice, that's got me thinking about back in the day when I would use a vending machine for like a Coca-Cola. Every once in a while, you get lucky and 2 would pop out. Am I right? Or am I wrong?
Colder.
Colder? Damn. All right.
Yeah, colder.
I thought I was hitting something. If I guess close, will you tell me?
Yeah, I'll just say it if you guess.
All right. What do you guys think? I need some help. Bringing a new minting experience on Cardano. 4,444 cubs soon to be minted once ... or twice. Or will it be? I think you said you didn't want to do a bunch of mints, so I would assume you wouldn't mint this on Cardano and then mint this on Solana too, or another chain, right?
No, what actually is funny about that? You mentioned that. Do you know what NFT Inspect is?
I think I've heard of it, but I don't know.
So NFT Inspect, what you could do is let's say you have a Bored Ape. You could put your Bored Ape as a PFP, and it'll show you the rankings of where you are with people that have Bored Apes when it comes to your social engagement. And with NFT Inspect, you have the ability to see your global outreach, your metrics, whether they're going up or down, and pretty much just kind of seeing like where you're at in pretty much the whole Twitter space when it comes to, your engagement. So what I was originally going to do before NFT Inspect announced they were going to drop, accessibility to Cardano, we were actually going to mint all of the ones that were minted on Cardano on the Sol, and pretty much make it to where we have it just on NFT Inspect. We were actually going to look for the workaround to get on there. I do think we do need that on Cardano because, we do need more engagement and more things to people to kind of gauge, I guess a gamified way to have their social platform be used. But luckily, we don't have to do that anymore because they're coming to Cardano. So I'm excited for that. That's another thing that's going to be a focal point of our utility is just getting people on Inspect, getting people ranked, and just kind of trying to gamify that as well.
Gotcha. So whoever, talks the most, I guess that kind of goes into rating. Like it's incentivized for you to retweet or to comment or something on Twitter, right?
Yeah, 100%, and it makes it fun for everyone. I remember last year, everyone was just, farming engagement. I'm guilty of it as well. Like if you're active, comment if you're active, unfollowing all inactives, you do see
GM,
on
GM.
yeah, GMs, they're all doing that just so they could get higher on the inspect rating. Some people use that
Gotcha.
for yeah, some people use that for promotionals. If someone is, let's say, like rank like 100,000 on global outreach, they're going to monetize their reach, and that's another asset or facet I want to take into consideration with Cubs is just trying to have people monetize their social platform with the IP we have.
Gotcha. So nobody's guessing in here. All right. Can you give me a hint? A little hint for what once or twice means?
All right, yeah. I guess I'll just kind of give a quick hint. If you don't like the trade of your Cub, I'm gonna say is you don't got to keep it.
Okay. Okay. So an art, some sort of art change in the future. Either, you're not probably upgrading the art, but it sounds like you can pick or mint different traits and then kind of put them together or not.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say pretty spot on.
Okay. Would you be able to, and I know I'm saying too much here, so you can just say no, but can you like get a trait that's really rare and then try to just sell that trait, but keep your
Uh,
NFT?
no, you can't do that.
Okay. So it's always going to be attached to the NFT that you bought, but you can maybe
Yeah,
upgrade it or something.
yeah, 100%.
Okay. Cool. Anything else on Twitter that you want to share with anybody?
Oof. I mean, you could just scroll down our timeline and just see all the creations we've made and just, you know,
Nice. Cool. How many are left to be put on the Cub list?
to be honest, we're still doing Cublist. We're still doing Puller List, which allows you to mint more. We are going to have ways for people to earn those as we go. We're still kind of figuring out what's the best way to pretty much give, the rest of them away. But overall, like my thing about it, our brand is all about, kind of like you would say on other chains like Pudgy, Sappy and all them, like where, it's all about friendly, it's all about cuteness, it's all about, inclusivity. And, if the community does ride with that kind of sentiment and rides with that kind of theme, we're going to make sure that they're in the community and we're going to give them the list.
Gotcha. Would you be opposed to giving away like one or two lists to the few people that we have listening right now?
Yeah, I'm 100% down.
Sweet. All right. Well, this was not planned, guys, but surprise. Thank you guys for watching. We have 11 people in here at the moment. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open up a giveaway tool, and it's going to be attached to StreamYard, what we're using right now. And I'm going to ask you guys to put in your Discord name. So I'm going to do an example right now. Don't do it yet. Mine's going to be Atlanick and then $ or whatever it is, hashtag. I think mine's 6909. So in the chat, that's what mine would look like. Go ahead and put your Discord name in the comment. And in about a few minutes, maybe like 2 to 3 minutes, we will pick a winner. So the reason why I'm asking for Discord names and the number sign is because a lot of you guys have multiple YouTube accounts, and I just want to make sure that it's going to the Discord, not the YouTube account. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I thought they got rid of the numbers. I know mine's just .coms now. I think everyone's getting a
Oh, that's right.
username.
They did get rid of the
Yeah,
numbers, didn't they?
yeah.
Okay. If you don't, crap. Let me redo this. Good call. Good call. All right. We'll just do all comments. Yep. All comments. This is how it's gonna go. Oh, good call. I completely forgot they did that.
Yeah, but I guess if I could ask you a question, what could like us being kind of like an IP play and like also having like the ability to expand IP in other ways, how could Cubs essentially help you as a content creator grow or make, visuals and stuff? What would you want to see?
It's nice when there's like big projects that put in their Discord or their Twitter when we do stuff like this. It just like reminds people and has people from your community or whatever go check out the video. So I know like the most benefit that I've gotten from a project has been, I think, from shout outs to Ugly Bros, but also from Stag Alliance, who I know their mint didn't do too well, but during their peak hype, we had them on, and they were just like, hey, we're going to go on and give out like 4 or 5 whitelists or whatever. And there was like 1,200 or something people in here at one point, or so, it was like 400 people and something like that. I'm butchering it, but my channel grew like 700 followers or subscribers that day. And I've never had that sort of thing. So I think it's really just the shout outs. Like, I know it's so simple, but people don't shout out that much, or at least I haven't gotten shouted out. I don't feel like that much. So it's just like anything that can be just like shown. I know some projects too inside of their Discord had like YouTube videos who featured us. So I haven't done YouTube videos in a while, but what I usually do instead of just podcast once a week is I would make a video dedicated either 5 to 10 minutes on a specific project, and I would go and I would deep dive it. And then somebody could put that in their Discord, and they had like a section where it's like YouTube videos that featured us. And it would be, like Thor's or Block is Hot's and then mine. And so you could just kind of scroll through and see all the different content creators in the space, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I mean, dude, shout out Icon for saying innovation through connection, but that is, how we grow as an ecosystem, is just expanding. So yeah, that's a good way to put it. I'm just thinking how do we pretty much do that for all content creators, and just making it to where people can just use our IP and just shout out there and make it all come together.
Yeah,
But we definitely want to make it work.
I want a much better response for you. I'm sorry I'm drawing a blank here, because I think about this stuff sometimes and I have better answers than this. So if I think about it in the, like once I'm done or whatever, I'll just send you a message. But the other thing that you said too with, I forget what you called it, but it was on Twitter, the rankings, right?
Yeah.
Inspect, right? Like that's a great incentive, not only for people to continue to use Twitter and to get engagement, but also to find the people who are going to have that much engagement. It's easier to follow people, right? It's like, oh, this person talks a lot about Ape Society and I own Ape Society, so this is cool. I'm going to follow this person. Now I get more information. So stuff like that is really cool too. I don't know how maybe that could be branched away from Twitter into either Discord or YouTube or Twitch for Thor. I'm not really sure, but I could definitely get back to you with a better response.
Yeah, I think those platforms have something built into them already for a ranking system. I do think like Twitch, you do see like the leaderboards in some sense. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
Inspect does get competitive. Like, if there's like 5 people at the top, they're going to be fighting for engagement. Like it does really gamify, even though it's not a direct thing for a project, it's for all projects. It does really actually affect like how holders, push out. Like you'll see, look at top, they're always getting custom arts done, they're always getting custom stuff done, expanding their IP and just making it to where, they are getting those clicks and that user engagement.
Oh yeah. Yo, what's up, J-Hub? Shout out to Pants, Devo, Malcolm, and Hugs. Hell yeah. The OGs, baby. Appreciate you, J-Hub. All right, man. We have 13 entries right now because I believe it doesn't count duplicates. And we're going to go ahead. I'll share this tab and we'll draw. How many people do you want to pick?
Let's pick 3.
3? Cool.
Yeah, let's do 3.
Cool. All right. First winner. Good luck. A Tom Gwinney.
Let's go.
Do you want to write them down, or do you want me to send you like a message of all the winners?
Yeah, if you could send that message.
Gotcha.
Actually, let me see.
Send it to you in Discord. It'll be in the ticket that we created. So his Tom Gwinney, his message is Tom Gwinney, no spaces.
Yeah, let me look. Yeah,
and then
he join the Discord, and I'll get you on the Cublist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys win, remember to join their Discord, and I'll have the Discord in the description at the end after this video is done too. It's not in there right now. My apologies. All right, we'll go ahead and pick one more winner. Hey, Hugs Not Rugs. Congrats, homie.
I think I've seen him around, the professional hugger world
Yeah.
champion.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say you've definitely seen Hugs around.
Yeah, I've seen Hugs around. I think I've seen him on Twitter, and I think I see him in Discord all the time.
Yep. I'll just say it anyways, just in case. Hugs, not rugs. All right, and last winner for the chance to mint yourself a cub.
Let's see, Hugs not rugs. Got him.
Cool. And then Voodoo. Shout outs to Voodoo. If anybody's ever owned an Atlanick Ocean NFT and tried to win something, they know Voodoo wins everything. He went pretty hard on the NFTs when I first minted, so he just has a bunch. He always wins. Shout outs to Voodoo.
So what was your first NFT in a Cardano ecosystem?
Oh man, my first NFT was so it's kind of two because the first one was just a test one. It was a project called it's not Tavern Squad, but they had a like an old time you could build your own bar, and then there were these you were supposed to be able to go on quests, but I don't think they ever finished it. And they had these card packs that you could mint for like 10 or 12 ADA, and you got 3 or 4 cards. And I got a chair and like 2 really bad units or whatever, but I did it because it was just like 4 or 5 ADA, and I just wanted to test like how minting was. So I don't really count it. But my first actual mint, I went pretty hard. I went from that straight to 400 ADA, minting a full 10 Cardano kids.
Oh wow,
So
OG.
yeah, if you minted, it was season 7, I want to say. The season they screwed up everything. Because they went from a limited supply to however many people ordered during this time. And I didn't know that. I thought it was a limited supply. So I went as fast as possible. I put in my 400. I was ready to make bank. And then they announced that they had actually, changed it. And there were now like 7,000 orders of whatever, So some people ordered 2, some people ordered 10 like me. There's just so many thrown in. So I lost pretty bad. I still have them. But they gave you a bonus one. It was like an 11th one that was like a thank you if you bought all 10. So I thought like, oh, like I'm getting it's a bargain. It's a good deal. But no, I got pretty screwed after that. What was your first NFT?
My first NFT. So I actually was sniping. I don't know if you remember the Instagram page, just NFT, the one that Mark Cuban had.
I don't
I,
remember that.
I was literally just sniping left and right the ones that they were posting on NFT. Like literally, I think the first one was called Sympathy for the Devil. I minted them for like 0.07, and I think I sold both of them for 0.4. And after that, I just kept doing it and doing it. The only thing that sucked was the gas. And then I went to
Yeah.
Solana because of the gas fees. And then I started branching out all over. I was on AVAX, shout out Time Wonderland, the best Ponzi token known to man. I was making like that 90,000 APY, and I think I was making like probably like 1,000 a week off it. I was just like,
damn.
yeah, it was just nuts. I know. I think Hades is trying to do something similar on Solana right now. It's interesting seeing Ponzi kind of come up. It's if you're early, you're early. If not, it kind of sucks. But yeah, I was on AVAX. I saw Chill Kongs just on my timeline. I didn't even follow any Cardano people. It was just I saw it, and I'm just like, this is the Bored Ape of Cardano. Like I'm getting in.
That's what
And
everybody thought for a while.
I mean, I think they had the opportunity. I think for me, if they just went with a DAO structure, like right out the gate, like, all right, we have we have a solid community. They do have a solid community. If they just kept it to where they had the voice, I think it would have been like probably like 2,000-3,000 ADA just as a DAO structure. But it is what it is. You can't control how founders do things, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man, I really hope NFTs come back, but at the same time, I just know it's going to be a while because we still haven't. I don't think we've got that shakeout like I was talking about, like when they go up and then people just kind of dump out a little bit and it goes back down. I don't even think we've had the go up dump yet, like the small little dump.
I think we had the dump. I think everyone is just if you're in, you're in. If you're not, you're either waiting or you're tired of it all. But I do think that we kind of did have that shakeout already where people are just you know it is what it is. I mean, the floors are just if you look across the board, it's just they're all down.
Yeah.
So, I think now it's just everyone's tired of the same old, shout out apes and shout out crocs for, pushing the space forward with, the development. But can we have other projects do the same thing and not just kill themselves with costs? So I think the ones that do that are going to be the ones that succeed.
Yeah, I saw a tweet the other day too about ADA handle, and there was somebody who said they were offered an extremely large amount of money for the ADA handle on Cardano, and it was just Bitcoin. That was the ADA handle. And he declined it. He was like, it would have been like life altering money or whatever he said. And he said it would have been the most expensive NFT ever bought on Cardano, and he declined it. And I was like, damn. And so it just got me thinking, are you bullish on ADA handles, like certain ones? Do you have any?
I think handles. I think people are sleeping on digital identity. I mean, I actually sent. I know Base Chain. I don't know if you know the Coinbase is L2, but I think they just came out with their .base handles, and I'm actually looking at citing some of those later. I was going to bridge
Okay.
some ETH over, so I do think if you can get early to handles and just digital identities, they're going to be massive. Cardano handles, especially like you just had like someone would have paid exorbitant amount for it. And I think it's going to keep continuing. We just need more DeFi and more use cases for them.
100%. Now, that was my other question too. Do you think DeFi is going to get, now it won't be as big. I think we all kind of know that, at least in the short term, as Ethereum's DeFi. But do you think we'll get some of those coins, those random coins that had like 100x's or 200x's on some of those DeFi coins that were super unknown on Ethereum, on Cardano now?
100%. There's always going to be that one sleeping giant. I mean, you look at like even a blockchain like Casper, it just skyrocketed out of nowhere and everyone's bullish on it. You look at tokens all over, like ETH tokens, you just have that one that just goes boom. And I think Cardano is going to be the same. It's all about, like I said, it's all about social economics. The one that gets and caters to their social audience and can expand upon it to get more people, those are the ones that are going to be winning. And I think it's just, are people just sidelines developing while they're just waiting for that moment to just, pop and just let everyone know what's happening? Because once you get that FOMO, it just goes up. And I think that's, what people have to do to really make those 100x's.
Yeah, and I do think Sneck will be probably one of them. Oh yeah, I see. I hate pants. Yeah, Drunken Dragons is the project I was thinking of when I was describing the card packs. Do you know Drunken Dragons?
No, I don't know Drunken Dragons.
Uh, I don't think they're doing anything now, but I do know that they did do a few updates since I bought them, but they're still pretty low. But they're just card packs of like stuff that you could put inside of a virtual bar back in the day. Crap, I had a thought before I got sidetracked with that. I would think I was going to talk about Sneck because it's a meme coin, and when things pump, you don't need to look at it and be like, oh, well, when is their next development coming? Or like, when is the next, like, whatever. It's just kind of like, oh, this is a meme coin. I'm going to buy into it because the meme coin is pumping memes, right? As stupid as that sounds, I mean, it's kind of all meme coins take, is just people being like, oh yeah, we're going to buy meme coins now. People see the price go up, so they buy into it, and there's no real reason. So what do you think about Sneck being probably one of the, one of those coins that could potentially 100x?
So Snick, I've been 50-50 on. My thing about it is if it's a meme, it's got to be a solid meme. It's got to be just meme only. I think the issue they have with it comes to price go up is they attach the business to it. And I think when you try to make it, a business, or you try to add some structuring, some reliability behind it, you're taking some of that speculation out. And meme coins are just 100% driven on speculation. So, my thing is the team going to really come there and really say, we're going to bring speculation back to this token? Because if it's just going to stay reliability, we have an energy drink, we're making sales, we're doing this. Is it really going to pump up? And I think what we have to see is, can we get Sneck, maybe by an influencer or maybe by a top celebrity, and everyone just goes ballistic for it? That's kind of my outcome with the energy drink. I think that's really just on the team if they could make those connections and that, advertisement shout out. But other than that, I'm kind of just waiting, is there any speculation back in Sneck, or is it going to be driven by the team?
Right. I think one of the other tweets I read by Goofy was he was trying to talk to Charles and ask if he could, or his opinions on getting more I think it was just either Cardano DeFi, but obviously more specifically, he wanted SNEC. But he was saying if they were on a CEX and CEX, central exchange, then that's where a lot of people would start to get onboarded onto Cardano, because they would be like, what is this SNEC thing? And then they would learn about that and therefore get them into Cardano. Because a lot of people, when they talk about SNEC, he had a good analogy when he was hanging out with his friend. I think they were playing poker or chess or something. And he was showing him like, hey, this is SNEC energy. And he was like, oh, this is actually really good. Like, where can I get more of this? What is this? And he's like, oh, this is actually from an NF or a DeFi project on Cardano. And he was like, oh, cool. Let me go check it out. And he opened up Coinbase. And he's like, no, it's not on Coinbase. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll open up Kraken. And he's like, no, it's not on Kraken. And so he was just like, this is what people do. This is their initial reaction, is let me go check Coinbase. Let me go check Kraken. And if it's not there, then what do? They just don't do anything. So he was trying to kind of get like a push from Charles, but I don't even think he got a response. But what do you think? Do you think we need to be on central exchanges in order for that kind of growth?
Oh, yeah, I do think so. I think that there is a middle ground when it comes to centralization and decentralization. If we do want crypto to be in the masses, we are going to have to find that middle ground. People do in Cardano do hate my stance because they're very decentralized, very DeFi maxis. For me, I am trying to take the realist approach and say we kind of have to like meet in the middle between, the people who want decentralized stuff and people that want to keep it DeFi. And when it comes to a token and trying to get, exposure and outreach, 100% of SEX is going to pretty much help that exposure and branch out. So if they can make that possible, it is going to be pretty much what drives the price up. And I do think the people that are hating on it now are going to be tweeting about it and talking about it and just trying to make it go ballistic, because it is a huge news piece. At the end of the day, to even get on Coinbase is a feat in itself. If they get Kraken, KuCoin, any of them, it's going to be massive for the whole project. So I do think that it is a great approach and a great initiative if Goofy can actually pull that off.
Yeah, I don't think he was specifically saying Coinbase or Kraken, because those are kind of like the bigger ones. I think he's more realistic, knowing, all right, we're probably not going to be able to get listed on those right away. So I think he was talking more about some, like, I don't know, lesser known.
Yeah, I think there's like Mexi, right? I think it's the other one, Mexi, something like that.
Yeah, I forget the one that, because he is listed on one central exchange, right? SNEC. I thought they were, or he was working on it. I don't know if it got approved.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I just know that the requirements are just stringent, the upfront capital and then the liquidity provided. It does add up, if the team can pull it off, it's going to be massive.
Yeah. But yeah, we're getting on to about an hour now. And, I just wanted to make sure everything was covered. Did you want to talk about anything else before we kind of wrap it up a little bit?
I would say I'm just going to put up a poll in the Discord, everyone choose between 1 and 5. That's going to be the next sneak peek. I'm not even going to, like, I don't like to curate the NFTs, because the thing about it is, if I curate it, when it comes to mint, people are going to be like, wow, this isn't what I expected, all these look so clean. I'd rather just be like, wow, it looks clean out the gate, generated. So I'm just going to let people pick a random number, and that's going to be one I'm just going to throw out. I just want people to see what it comes out the generator. So everyone sees what could be potential, what they get.
And that'll be shown in the Discord, you're saying?
Yes, we'll be shown in Discord later today.
Gotcha. And then remember, everybody, it's not in the description yet, but hopefully within the 5 minutes after we close, or 10 minutes after we close, I'm going to add it to the description. But thank you so much, Com, for coming on. Can I call you your real name? Do you want to share that, or?
Yeah, it's Sean.com.
Gotcha. Well, it's nice meeting you, Sean. I appreciate it. I do have to get dinner ready for, I'm helping my mom cook for Thanksgiving tomorrow. We actually have a surprise, which I can't talk about. One of her friends is coming. She doesn't know about it. So we're getting there's like a room ready over there and some stuff that we're doing. So I got to go help with dinner, but thank you so much for coming on, man. How we end it always is I just tell everybody to get outside, see their family, see their friends, because we're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. So until next time, guys, peace.
Peace out, guys.